Hi everyone, welcome back to the Divine Healing with Love channel. I am Nicole. I'm so grateful to have you all here with me today. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. Thank you all so much for all of your love, support, likes, comments, being present, being here. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of your love and support, commenting, liking. I'm so grateful, overwhelmed with gratitude for all of you being here, for doing this work, for listening to the videos, doing the healing work, taking time to show up for yourself, taking the time to become your best version. I see you. I'm proud of you. I love you so much. Thank you all. This is healing for you. It's healing for me. I'm so grateful to be of service. I'm so grateful to help you on your journey. It's honestly an honor. This is my mission. So I am in so much gratitude. Thank you all so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So today's pick a card, I'm just going to start this off by saying trigger warning. I'm going to have to put this in the title. Trigger warning. We're going to be talking about clearing family karmic debt. Okay, and clearing it and healing it. So we're going to be talking about what is your family's karmic debt, so you can know what it is that you're dealing with that's been, karmic debt for your family, that, you may be chosen to heal or clear some of this karmic debt so it doesn't continue to pass on to the next generation and beyond. So this is going to be a very triggering reading. Okay, some things about your family, maybe family secrets or things you did not know may come out. Okay, so I'm just going to warn you from the beginning that this could be very triggering. But, a lot of times these triggers help us to learn the truth, to know the truth, and to also heal and clear and move accordingly on our journey. Okay, so for pile one, we have who touched who. For pile two, we have Poppa was a rolling stone. And then pile three, secret family. Okay, so timestamps will be linked below in the description box. If you feel called to choose more than one pile, feel free to do so. You use your intuition. There are no rules here. Thank you again. I love you so much. Keep doing this work. I'm proud of you, and I'll see you in your reading. Hi, Pile One. Welcome to your reading. Thank you all so much for being here with me today. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. I love you all so much. I'm so grateful for all of you. I hope you're well. Pile One, let's get into it. Okay, so for clearing family karmic debt, okay, we have who touched who. So right here with this, and this is, let me say, trigger warning. Okay, trigger warning with this reading. It may be very intense, overwhelming. So, you just trigger warning, okay? So clearly this is saying it's an element of abuse here, okay? It's an element I'm hearing for many of you, of course, naturally when we see who touched who, that's usually along the lines of we feel maybe sexual abuse, okay? So it's sexual abuse here, but I'm feeling also physical abuse and emotional abuse. I'm just feeling an energy of abuse in all three areas. And but the prominent abuse is sexual abuse. I feel like there's been an issue within your family, within the family of sexual abuse. And this is something, it could have been also incest, and it could have just also been like the abuse is happening within the family. Let me just say this, okay? And I'm sending you so much love. These messages are given with so much love, okay? But the abuse was happening within the family, meaning the family members are abusing each other. I don't feel that this is like outside people doing this abuse. Now, this is not to say that this is not happening, okay? However, I feel like, particularly for your family, the abuse is within the family, along the lines of incest, along the lines of, an uncle and a niece or a nephew. I'm also getting same-sex abuse, okay? I'm definitely getting a situation of, this is something that's gone on for generations, and this is something that's like a secret within the family or secrets within the family that no one talks about, but everyone knows. This is also an energy that I'm getting, that these type of situations with the abuse that's happened, particularly with the sexual abuse part, the sexual abuse has happened for the younger children within the family. So, say for example, you know, a I keep getting niece nephew. A niece or a nephew was abused. Okay, like they were abused within the age range of like 2 or 3 to like 6, 7, or 8. Like maybe when they got to the age of 8, the abuse stopped, because whoever's doing this abuse within the family, they're smart enough to, and this is not for everyone's situation, but just to give some context, the people that are doing this abuse, they're skilled enough to know that they stop it at a certain age. But I'm also getting this energy of abuse within physical abuse as well. Okay, like physical and emotional abuse, like yelling and putting people down and making people feel less than, and making people feel like they're not worthy, and telling people they'll never be anything, and almost like, people in the family are not allowed to have a voice, and people in the family are not allowed to speak up or say anything. Okay, let's find out more. Oh, this is heavy. Pile 1, the karmic debt for Pile 1's family, please. Okay, Page of Cups. This is definitely, I'm going to get more cards out, but this is definitely Knight of Pentacles. This karmic energy here, again, trigger warning. This is about stealing the innocence of children. It sounds so horrible, but that's really what this is. Like a lot of the justice, a lot of the innocence of the children in the family gets taken away at a very young age. And it's like this involving this abuse, whether it's sexual, whether it's emotional, whether it's physical. And it's about literally changing, like these events for many children in the family. This is so heavy. These events of abuse are very repressed within the subconscious. So for many children that have experienced this within the family, this is something that's subconsciously there, but they may not remember. But parts of them start to remember things. So this is a situation where they're like 30 years old, and now they're starting to remember that maybe somebody touched them, or someone was beating them, and things like that. Okay, it's very deep within the subconscious, but this has created the loss of innocence, and it's also created this energy of fear, and it's also created this energy of distrust, mistrust, not being able to trust the authority, not being able to trust supposed quote unquote trusted family figures, or trusted authority figures, or trusted quote unquote people you should be able to trust, people that you see around you all the time, not being able to trust, which has also aligned itself with, as an adult, not being able to trust, and within relationships, within intimate relationships, not being able to trust a partner, not being able to really trust sexual intimacy, things like that. It's very deep here. 2 of Wands. And I'm really getting hot all of a sudden. So, oh, wow. See, wow. Okay. I'm really getting hot. So this is telling me that this is really coming up for many of you. This is probably resonating. This is really coming up. This is something that's deep within the family, within the fabric of your family. So this is also saying to me as well, this is something that you're meant to clear. And this is something where it's like, this is stopping with you. You may be if you have children, you may be very overprotective of your children. You may feel very like, when you're with family, you don't want your children, being away from you too long, or you need to know exactly where they are and what they're doing. And you have that energy because this exists within your family. The Lovers. We have Ace of Swords, And then we have Three of Pentacles in reverse and Knight of Cups. This is definitely like what I was saying. Okay. This is definitely part of the karmic debt, is bringing the innocence back to the children. Okay. This is really, like I said, this is the karmic debt. Bringing the energy, bringing the innocence back to the children. Having clarity on, and okay, let me say this. Let me also say this, because there's a lot of messages coming through. This is not to say that you have to, like, for example, if you were abused, this is not to say that you need to, everyone has their own journey with that. If you feel like you need to call out the abusers in the family or the abuser, everyone has their own journey with that. But this is about uncovering the truth and making sure that children can trust again in the family. Children's innocence won't be compromised, won't be broken. Building back that trust. Because it's like, when children in this family were abused physically, emotionally, sexually, that broke the trust, that broke the innocence within the family. And it's also caused a lot of chaos for the children that experience this abuse, okay? And so it created chaos within themselves. It created chaos within their relationships, whether it's with the family or their own platonic relationships or intimate romantic partnerships. This has created a lot of chaos. It's created this energy of, you cannot trust anyone, okay? Or when you find someone that you feel like you can trust, this person, they betray your trust and you just feel like you can't trust again. You may be dealing with that right now as an adult, feeling like you just cannot trust people. And this energy has gone back to the energy within the family, regardless if you happen to have been abused or not. It's about, this energy exists within your family. So you're going to feel it regardless of your journey through childhood and what you experience. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel this lack of trust. Say, for example, like if a parent of yours was abused, but you were not abused, you're naturally going to feel that because your parent dealt with that. Again, it doesn't mean you're going to feel everything your parent dealt with, but you're going to be feeling some of that energy because it exists within the family. So this is about clearing that, and like maybe even having conversations within the family, like, this is an issue. There's a lack of trust here. There's a lack of the children, their innocence is being taken away at such a young age. And again, it doesn't always have to be sexual abuse. It could have been some type of verbal abuse. Like when children are being yelled at and told like they don't do anything right. Or like, for example, sometimes people like to say, like, they like to joke around children, and they're like, oh, you little demon, or oh, you little devil, or oh, you're always tearing stuff up, you little devil. Things like that. That could be considered abuse, to call a child a devil, to call a child a demon. Like, that's not cool. And I know people do it in a joking way, thinking it's funny, but that can come off as abusive, and you don't have to agree with me. That's how I view it, because I view calling someone a demon or a devil or devilish, that's not a compliment. That's not cool. So even things like that, that tears away at the innocence, that tears away at your feeling of feeling good, or feeling like these people who, again, are so-called trusted figures within your family, people that you feel you could trust, people who you are around a lot, people who, when we are children, we're introduced to family, you get that vibe that, like, yeah, this is safe. This is okay. I can feel safe, right? But when those things start to happen, that automatically chips away at your feeling of safety and your feeling of trust. And so this is what's happened. This is part of that debt within your family. There's a lack of trust. Now, I'm not saying that you're just here to get everybody to trust each other. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, it starts with you. It starts with you, whether you're going to speak up on some things, or whether you're going to, when you see certain things, speak up. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you hear someone calling a child a devil, say that's not cool. Don't do that. Things like that. Like, it doesn't have to be this, we always think when it's time to stand up on things, like, let's call this family meeting. Let's get everybody in here and let's talk about it. It doesn't always have to be that. I mean, of course it can be that everybody has their own process, but it doesn't always have to be that situation. It could just be calling shit out when you see it. Or like, if it's children around and there's a suspect uncle that everybody knows this uncle is shady and this uncle could be suspect, where the hell is the uncle and where the hell are the kids? You know what I mean? Really keeping your eye on these things, and like, or even saying, hey, I don't feel comfortable with this uncle being around because this uncle is shady. Having these conversations, that's how we start to change things, instead of always allowing shit to keep going down. Because, a lot of times, within these familial situations, we feel like, oh, everybody knows this uncle could be shady as fuck, but nobody really wants to say, well, you're not invited anymore. You can't be around because we can't have that. Nobody wants to speak up. And sometimes it just takes somebody speaking up and like, no, that's either you're going to get this in check or, however you're going to do it for your family. But speaking up, that's how we start to clear these things. All right, so let's find out more about the karmic debt. Okay, sex addiction. You are passing toxic traits down to the next generation. Codependent behavior. Cruel intentions. Incest. This is what we were talking about. What is in the will? The neighbor did it. Stop blaming yourself. Go run, tell that. It is time to be vulnerable. Y'all are all wrong. Always judging me. Okay, so there's definitely an energy here. Part of this karmic debt here is judgment. There's a lot of judging here. It's a lot of judgment. A lot of people in the family judge each other. And I feel like, again, this is going back to this mistrust. There's no trust within this family. I'm not going to sit here and say there's no trust. That could be a bit harsh. But there's a lack of trust. There's a lack of trust, and it's part of this abuse. People are abusive with each other with their words. People are abusive physically, and it's the pain within the family. So there's a lot of judgment. Or if they're, I feel like there's also unspoken judgment. People feeling like they're being judged all the time. People feel like they're being talked about, or like, everyone is talking about them or judging them or wondering what's going on. There's also codependent sex addictions and incest. Now, the incest is what I was talking about earlier with some of that abuse energy. But this codependent and sex addiction behavior, I feel this is because of the abuse. The abuse has started for many people in the family from a young age. This created codependent behavior and sexual addiction, whether it was through sexual abuse that turned into sexual addiction. Because see, here's the thing, okay? When you talk about sexual addiction, this is just me putting together my own theories and my own opinions and what I'm channeling. You don't have to agree. But I believe that the sexual addiction and codependent behavior a lot of times comes from people who have dealt with abuse at a young age, particularly sexual abuse, okay? Because your body was programmed at a young age to feel feelings of, those type of, when you're abused, when you're sexually abused, you're feeling things that, whether your body is reacting to pleasure, okay? And basically when this is happening, you get now in this place of you want to feel it all the time, or you're addicted to those feelings because your body is reacting, whether you like it or not, your body will react. Okay. And so you're feeling these things, and then now as you start to get older, it can become an addiction. Okay. And sometimes people don't understand that it goes back to things from childhood. But it could also be on the other side where it's like you don't really want to indulge in any type of sexual behavior at all as well. So, you choose whichever fits for your situation. But there's a lot of codependent behavior. And a lot of this has to go back to this abuse energy. These are the effects of it. Okay. The effects of being abused. Now it turns into codependent behavior, addictions, and things like that. Passing down, these traits have been passed down. This abusive nature, abusive behavior has been passed down through generations. And it's time for this to stop. This is what's coming through and saying. Some people in the family have had cruel intentions when they did some of the things that they did. They did things in a way to make people suffer, to make people feel bad, because they felt inadequate or they felt less than and not worthy. They wanted to push that energy onto someone else. So they had cruel intentions in the things that they did. Okay. For some of you, the neighbor could have participated in some type of abusive behavior as well. Okay, that's not for all, but for some of you, the neighbor did do some things or the neighbor was involved. But you are being asked, the more you forgive yourself and stop blaming yourself, if you experience some of this abuse, or even if your parent or a sibling or whatever experience some of this abuse, don't blame yourself. Forgive yourself. The more you forgive yourself and forgive the people that have done these things, the more you clear this karmic debt, the more you clear it. Okay. And you may be feeling like, well, why do I have to forgive people, for what they did to me or what they did to my mom or my dad and things like that? The more you do it on their behalf, the more, you know what I mean, it clears that energy. Because, maybe your parent or your sibling, they're not aware. They're not as awakened and strong and aware like you are, but you know what I'm saying? So the more you do it, it just clears that energy. It releases this energy so it can move forward to children can get their innocence back. Children are safe. Children can trust in the family, because that's what this is about. It's time to be vulnerable. For some of you, you will need to be vulnerable with people in the family, or vulnerable with yourself first. Vulnerable with yourself about what's been happening, what's going on within the family. So that can also, because if you don't face the truth, if you continue to hide the truth, it cannot be revealed and it cannot be healed. Okay, the more you are vulnerable about what is going on, and again, you don't have to be vulnerable with people in the family. It's your process. You decide to do what you want to do. But if you are being called to be vulnerable with people in the family, do so, because that clears it as well, getting it out. Because sometimes it's these buried, hidden secrets that stick around, and it's just not healthy. It's not healthy. For some of you, with this, what is in the will, this is also saying to me that there's been some issues with money within the family. And again, it's just a lot of mistrust, a lot of people who don't trust. And it's because of this abuse, the abuse and the judgment within the family. Okay, so let's get some messages for you. What do you need to know? Okay. Whole self health. Enjoy music. Honor the deities around you. And then we have forest bathing. Forest tears. Thunderstorm. And we also have I am in love with myself. I am open to harmony. I am thankful for my life. Okay, so right now you're being asked to honor the deities around you. So this is praying, offerings, asking for help, or if you've been asking for help, um, it's time to give some offerings, okay? Whether that's food or ancestor money or just taking time in a sacred space. Maybe you have an altar or something to spend time, okay? Enjoy music. Music will be very healing for you right now. Maybe you play some instruments or you just love to listen to music. You have a special connection with music. Music is going to be very healing for you right now. Also, you're being asked to focus on your health. Focus on a healthy mind, body, and spirit. Okay. Focus on being 100% healthy, eating healthier. You're also really being asked to spend some time in nature because we have forest tears here and forest bathing. So, this is talking about really letting nature heal you. Nature is going to be very healing for you, being out where you can see the trees, you can hear the sounds of nature, the birds, the animals, maybe having a good cry in nature, just letting yourself be really immersed in nature and really heal, hugging a tree, really connecting with the earth, walking barefoot, really getting connected and grounded within the earth, okay? And it's also going to help inspire some more new ideas, and it's going to be just very healing. Many of you are going through a purification process right now, and with this thunderstorm energy here, it may feel very, I don't know, maybe like a lot of upheaval going on while this is while it's purifying, but if it feels like it's like a lot of chaos right now, this is definitely meant to be. It's meant to uproot everything so everything could be cleared and purified and renewed. Okay, this is a time of renewal right now. This is definitely telling me a time of transformation, renewal, and purification because you're opening yourself up to harmony. You're opening yourself up to harmony. You're falling more in love with yourself every day, and you're thankful for life. Show more gratitude for being alive. Fall more in love with yourself every single day, and that's even healing within itself. And open yourself up to more peace and harmony, and let nature heal you. So I really hope this helps, Pile One. I'm sending you so much love. I know that's not an easy message to hear. If no one told you that they love you today, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Please like the video, subscribe, join the Capital LOVE tribe, share the video, comment below, let me know if this resonated. And if you don't want to write a comment, just drop me a red heart and I would appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, Pal 2. Welcome to your reading. Thank you all so much for being here with me today. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I feel like I got something stuck in my throat. Okay, Pal 2. Welcome back to the Capital LOVE tribe. Thank you all so much for being here with me today. I'm so grateful to have you here. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay. Thank you all so much. Sorry about that. And welcome back to the Capital LOVE tribe. I love you all so much. Thank you for all of your support, all of your love. I'm so grateful that you are here. Let's get into it. Pile 2, trigger warning. These messages may be very triggering, so I'm just going to put that out there right now. Poppa was a rolling stone. So part of your family's karmic debt, Poppa was a rolling stone. So I'm getting here that the men in the family have had issues with infidelity, have had issues with cheating, being faithful. And it could be the women too. It doesn't always just have to be the men, but Poppa, just going off that. It could also be a situation where the men in the family had children outside of the family. The initial family unit had double families, okay, or had children, with someone else and another person and another person. So there's a lot of this energy of having multiple children or multiple families or cheating, infidelity, Yeah, there's a big energy of that, and I'm hearing that there's been many generations of it for some of you, like 3, 4, 5 generations of the men or the women in the family having multiple children or multiple families or cheating. I don't know, I'm hearing some of you, like, you know, you didn't know that you had a sibling down the street. Just things like that, like, you know, or your parent had a sibling that lived down the street all of their life and they didn't know. Like, it's deep stuff. And, or a sibling that lived around the corner or in the same, you know, you were in the same class with the sibling. So it's like, and you didn't know that this was a sibling. So it's like deep secrets of like, who, you know, the siblings really are, not knowing these other siblings, not knowing that mom or dad had, you know, other children, other families, or other lives that, you know, no one knew about. Let's find out more about two. Family karmic debt. Five of Pentacles in reverse. The Hierophant. Yeah, it's definitely within the marriages here or the relationships. I'm feeling like marriages for many of you. I mean, for some of you, Page of Cups in reverse. For some of you, I'm hearing it's like, you know, it's like if it's a grandparent, like I said, this has been generations, or father, grandfather, grandmother, mom. It's been many generations of this, and it's like for some of you, like if you have a grandfather that has like a lot of children that you don't know anything about, Strength in reverse, like the family doesn't know anything about. The Chariot, yeah, for sure. Okay, trigger warning. And Three of Cups. Okay, for sure, for many of you, particularly, you know, I just gotta be honest. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This is definitely very karmic here. I just have to be honest. It's definitely coming through more the male side, but you know, you take what resonates. But for many of you, you know, your great grandfather, great 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 grandfather, father, maybe even had a lot of different, you know, women, partners, you know, whatever the situation is. And it's a situation that even though they were married, for some of you, you know, they married young, or, you know, they married out of circumstances. Maybe someone got pregnant and then they got married. But then, you know, back in those times, people married young anyway. Married because they, again, pregnancy, or they needed to just get married for money and to start building, or not to say that they weren't in love, because they were definitely in love, but you know, it was definitely this energy of getting married but not honoring marriage with just being with one person. It was definitely this energy of falling in love with multiple people and keeping multiple relationships, and having multiple relationships outside of the marriage, which created a lot of children. Okay, I'm feeling for many of you, you have secret siblings, or what would it be for the grandfather? That would be like what, uncles and aunts, right? Yeah, you have just secret family members that no one knows about. These people may not even know who their real father or mother or whatever the situation is as well. And for some of you, they're not that, you know, far away from you, or not that far removed from like where you grew up and things like that. And it's like, you know, it could be your father, grandfather, grandmother, whatever. You know, they know about this, and they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to reveal it, because for many of you, they're ashamed of this behavior. They're ashamed of the cheating. They're ashamed of all the betrayal and the lying. But they know that they have these secret kids. And it's like, for some of you, they were taking care of these kids, and for some of you, they were not taking care of these kids. So that's that karmic energy here, that karmic debt, because it's like, if you know you have secret kids and you're not taking care of them, you know, I mean, I don't make the rules here and I'm not God, but, you know, I'm hearing, and I can say this, that you're going to get retribution for that. Okay. Like it's going to come in where, if you know, it's a situation, it's like, if you didn't know, then that's different. But it's a situation like, if you know, you have a child that you're not taking care of and you're not claiming and you're not doing anything about it, that's not taking care of your responsibilities. That's not doing what you're supposed to do, the honorable, dutiful thing. So, when you know these things and you don't do the right thing, that's retribution. That's karmic retribution that could come back. And your family has a lot of karma around this that's definitely unbalanced. Okay? With this Wheel of Fortune being in reverse, the scales are not balanced at all. And this energy is felt throughout the marriages in the family, particularly because with this Queen of Pentacles here, this is like the wife card. So this energy is felt within the marriages. Now, I'm not saying that all these children were not taken care of. I'm not saying that because I don't feel that. For some of you, I do feel that children were taken care of, but it was just a secret, that it could have been, no one talked about it because it was just something that was secret. Children were taken care of, the other families were taken care of, but it was a secret. No one really talked about it. So this is something that this is something that's felt very deep within your family. This is very deep. And this has gone for generations. I'm hearing for many of you, at least 3, if not 5 or 6. And the marriages have really been affected within your family because of this energy, because of the betrayal and the secret children and secret families or other families. I don't want to say secret because maybe they weren't a secret, okay? But the other families and stuff, this has really taken its toll on the marriages and the families. And then also I'm getting this energy of just with children being scattered, that created a lot of fragments, right? It was difficult for everyone to really bond and be together because too many people are, in different places and it just can't all come together. And then there's a lot of secrets and situations like that. So that's created a lot of dissension within the family. So let's get some more about your karmic debt. Okay, sex with the pet. Something ain't right at church. For some of you, I'm hearing that, your father has secret children that your father is well aware of, that your father has never told you about. And your father wants to talk about this, but your father is just ashamed. Because for some of you, you view your father as like a hero, or you view your father as, like this person, like I just heard hero, this person who, you hold your father in high regard. And your father knows this, and your father does not want to be seen as anything less than within your eyes, because you may have already had a complicated relationship with your father, and maybe you're in a better place with your father within this relationship. And so I'm hearing that your father would like to tell you about siblings that you have, because your father is well aware. Like I said, for some of you, it's not a situation, it's split here. For some, your father knows about these other children and your father did not take care of these children. But for some of you, your father did know about these other children and your father has always taken care of these children and been in their life. It's just been a secret to you and maybe other family members. But your father wants to tell you about this, but your father is holding on to some shame around it because your father does not want to be seen as less than in your eyes, okay? Generational wealth. Stop people pleasing. Put yourself first. Blocked memories. Transmuting generational chains. Brother. So-and-so. They put a spell on you. What words play in your head when you think of family? Auntie. And family dinner. Okay, so with the karmic debt here, really it's for your family. I'm really getting that it's just this energy around the marriages within your family, okay? The marriages have not been as successful as because of this energy of betrayal, cheating, lying, having other children, things like that. Now, as time evolves, more people are having non-traditional type marriages where, you know, whatever that looks like for them, maybe it's like more of an open marriage or, you know, whatever the situation. I mean, we can go on and on, right? So times are changing where marriages are not as traditional as they used to be. And so, you know, people are doing their own thing, whatever they want to call their marriage. But back when, you know, your family was getting married, it was very traditional. And for many of you, your family is very involved in the church. Something's not right with the church. So marriage was supposed to be just between this man and this woman, no cheating, no infidelity, no lying, all of those things. And so the marriages have really been affected. You may have been married or you may be married, and you're going to feel that energy just because of this energy exists within your family. It may be difficult to have successful marriages within your family because of this energy that we were just talking about. A Poppa was a rolling stone, okay? Um, for some of you, this is very specific, but I have to say it. This has nothing to do with your family's karmic debt, but someone could have put a spell on you, or someone could be doing some type of dark magic or some type of binding magic to keep you bound to them. Okay, I'm hearing for some of you, this is very specific. Take what resonates. This could be definitely for some of you romantic. Like someone could have done some binding magic years ago to keep you bound to them. And you may be with this person or you may not be with this person. You may be separated. Yeah, I just heard my phone. So you may be with this person or you may be separated from this person, and you kind of like may not want to be with this person anymore, or something keeps pulling you back into this person, but you don't understand why you keep being pulled back into this person, because you may be feeling very like up and down, not really wanting to be with this person. So they put a spell on you. And so the spell is still in your energy. You're still being pulled back to them because they put a spell on you. And for some of you, like I said, I'm hearing they did this years ago. Like this could be something that you're married to, or you're in a relationship. Yeah, my camera just cut off. So yeah, this could be definitely someone you're in a relationship with, okay, that did this to you years ago to keep you with them. But that's very specific. That's not for everyone. So you take what resonates. Okay, so right now you are transmuting generational chains to bring generational wealth to the family. You are working very hard. The ancestors see this, that you are working. They're going to give you generational wealth so your family can have it. But it's about breaking these chains. For some of you, again, with this marriage energy here, this could be you having a successful marriage with someone to break that chain. Okay, having a successful marriage with whatever the marriage looks like for you. Again, like we were just talking about non-traditional marriages or whatever, but whatever this marriage is for you, having a successful marriage because your family has issues with marriage and relationships and secret children. For some of you, you have a secret brother, or maybe you know about this brother. But like I said, for some of you, I'm not going to lie. Your father has like multiple children. Okay, like I just heard multiple. So to me, that's more than three. And your father knows about these children. Okay, so for some of you, you may have met these children before. Like I said, it's just an energy here of these children have been around you. These siblings could have been around you. It could be blocked memories for you. For some of you, I'm hearing this could have been your father had a child with someone who was like a friend of the family that could have been like an auntie to you, but your father really had a child with this person. For some of you, I'm hearing, it's definitely secrets around the children that have been around, and the children within the family, and the children, secret children here, okay? For some of you, like I said, I feel like you've been around these children, or you've been around these siblings that you did not know were your siblings, but they really were, and you had no idea what was going on. This is also a side note. For some of you, you're people pleasing. Yeah, you're people pleasing. So you're being asked to put yourself first and stop people pleasing, okay? And that started within childhood, okay? Um, but you're also being asked what word plays in your head when you think of family, or what words. What do you think about when you think of family? What comes to your mind? Okay. What really goes through your mind when you think about family? For some of you, with you transmuting generational chains, again, I really feel like this is having a successful relationship. Okay. A successful relationship where even if you do, like, let's just say, for example, you are married and or you do get married and you have a child outside of your marriage. This is about, or you had, children before your marriage and things like that. Doesn't matter the situation. This is about still honoring your commitment and taking care of everything, and this not being a secret and everyone being together, because that's what this really is. It's like, even if your father had a secret family, secret children, okay, and they had them, but everyone was separated, because these things happen all the time. Like, these things, I literally was talking to someone, like, I forget who it was, but anyway, it doesn't matter. But I was talking to someone, and they were telling me how when their father died at the funeral, two or three other people came in, and that was their siblings that they never knew anything about. Okay, so these things happen all the time. So this is about, even if you do have other children or whatever the situation is, still having everyone together and still letting everyone know that this is your family, because mistakes happen. I mean, things happen, you're human. Those type of things happen, but it's not about, continuing to do that all over town, though, because with that Rolling Stone energy, that's like, I mean, we all know that song, right? Poppa was a Rolling Stone, rolling all around town doing that. That's about not continuing that pattern. Because for many of you, like I said, this is generations. It's not just like your grandfather or your father. This has been going on for generations. And even if you don't know about it, it's definitely there. Okay, so let's find out what you need to know for your journey. Remember who you are. Interact and relate. Clear your mind. River woman. Ceremony. And death. Okay, we also have wealth follows me. I am the creator of my universe. And I love me. Okay, so right now you're being asked to really fall more deeply in love with yourself. You have wealth coming in. Okay, when that comes up, that tells me that you have more money coming in, more abundance, wealth. Okay, generational wealth. You are building this brick by brick. Is happening because you are moving past those chains. But continue, like we talked about earlier, continue to break through those generational chains. Okay. Um, you're being asked to clear your mind and stay present in what's happening and have a lot of focus. For many of you, there's some throat chakra blockages here because there's a lot of blue here. So there's some throat chakra blockages that's happening because you're really being asked to remember who you are, to really connect with your culture, to really connect with your ancestors. Some of you may have a bear spirit animal here. You're also being asked to have some type of ceremony to honor yourself, okay? Maybe connect with your ancestors deeper and to honor yourself, to really take that time to spend some time with yourself and get grounded and more connected within nature. You're being purified right now. You're going through a purification process. Water is very prominent. If you could spend some time near the water or take a spiritual bath or go to the ocean, because right now you're being purified and you're transforming. You're transforming to the next phase, to more wealth, okay? Fall deeper in love with yourself. You need to be saying, I love me, that you love yourself all the time. You're also being asked to interact and relate. So this is about, again, what words come to your mind when you think about family? Really think about that, because this says here community, family, traditions. Maybe there's some new family traditions that you will begin with your family. Maybe there's some things that you want to start doing. Again, this is about breaking through those chains, doing things differently. Many of you are going to be a leader in your family, and you're going to show your family how to move toward the next phase. Like, you're going to be leading your family to do some different things, to create different traditions or create your own traditions, okay? Leaving some, not to say that we have to forget the past, but some things are just going to change, okay? So I feel that for many of you within your family, like, you are a leader of your family. You are the creator of your own universe. You co-create, okay? You co-create with the higher power to have whatever it is you want in your physical reality. So don't forget that. And again, remember who you are. So thank you, Pal2, for being here. I know that this was not an easy reading. I'm sending you so much love. If no one told you that they love you today, I love you. Thank you all so much for being here with me. Please like the video, share the video, subscribe, join the capital LOVE tribe. Comment below, let me know this resonated. If you don't want to say how it resonated, just drop me a red heart. I would appreciate it. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hi, Pal3. Welcome to your reading. Thank you all so much for being here with me today. Welcome back to the capital LOVE tribe. I love you all so much. I'm so grateful for all of you. So grateful for all of your love and support. Let's get into it. I hope you are well. Pal3, secret family. So trigger warning. These messages may be very triggering. So just letting you know that up front. I'm already feeling with the secret family. You may have been drawn to Pal2. So Pal2, you may definitely have some messages here, because I feel like there's going to be similar situations here. So just keep that in mind. Pal3, you may want to watch Pal2 as well. So secret family. So part of the karmic debt here is secret family. So this is, again, feeling very similar to Pal2. There's an energy here of secret family, secret children, secret relationships. For some of you, maybe even secret marriages, maybe being married to more than one person, or like common law and legally married, okay? Having commitments with, more than one person. You could be dealing with that this lifetime, or it could be, just something within the family as well. I'm definitely feeling like commitment energy here, like not being able to commit to just one person, wanting to be committed to more than one person, wanting to have more than one, relationship, wife, husband, more than one family, okay, more than one situation for many of you. And this is going on. This is, for some of you, this could be your story this lifetime, but this has also been going on for generations as well. Okay, this is not new to your family. This is something that's been going on for 3 to 5 generations, I'm hearing. And with the secret family energy, this is also saying to me, like, I'm hearing like 2 or 3 families, and, other, men or women on the side, because it doesn't have to just be like men doing this in the family. It could be women as well. Okay. I don't want to, because sometimes when we think about secret family, we automatically think it's always the men, but it could be women too. So this is definitely giving me like, just having more than one relationship at a time. Okay. Feeling the comfort of having 2 or 3 relationships going on at a time. So infidelity, betrayal, cheating, things like that. Okay, these dropped out, so we'll take it. Okay, 6 of Wands in reverse. The Fool in reverse. Page of Wands. I feel like this is definitely telling me within the family is the situation of wanting, it's just like this desire to have a lot of different partners, okay? Not wanting to be just with one person, wanting to be with multiple people, okay? Queen of Pentacles, for sure. Wanting more than one person, wanting to have multiple relationships, multiple situations. For some of you, again, you may even have that going on now where you live a polyamorous lifestyle, or you just have multiple partners, Queen of Wands. Because things are changing, things are not as traditional as they used to be, okay? So maybe you have multiple wives and things like that. 9 of Wands, or you want that type of situation. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm definitely feeling here, part of the karmic debt is this. It's about, I don't feel it's a situation where you can't have multiple partners, but it's about it not being a secret. That's what this is telling. Page of Swords. This can't be a secret. It's like, this is the situation here. This is a little different from Pile 2, but I still feel Pile 2 will apply. The Empress in reverse. Definitely about multiple partners here. Okay, here's the thing. Part of the karmic debt is this. In the past, family members in the past have had these secret families and secret relationships. They may have been married to one person, but they had other relationships and other families, but people in the family didn't know about it, or maybe their partner did know, but it was very private. They didn't want to face that public embarrassment, or they didn't want people to know that they had secret children or a secret family, because for some people that is public embarrassment, back in those times, for some situations where they just they wanted to keep it separate. They didn't want people to know about it. So you may be struggling with that this lifetime. You may be struggling with wanting to have more than one partner, wanting to have more than one relationship. For some of you, I'm hearing you may want multiple partners at the same time. Okay, you may want multiple families. Maybe you want to have this person and a child with this person here, and another person in another city and a child with them there, and someone else somewhere else. It's kind of like that energy that I'm getting. And the thing is it can't be a secret. You can't hide the fact that this is what you want. If this is what you want and you're willing to, take care of these situations and, be involved and things like that, that's great, but it cannot be a secret. You have to let all parties know what they're getting involved in. You have to let them know that this is the type of lifestyle that you want to live. This is you have children with this person, or you want to have children with this person. Like, everyone needs to know, and everyone has to be on the same page in order to clear this debt. I'm definitely not hearing that this is something that you need to not do. That's not coming across at all. In fact, it's coming across as like you can do that. That's the type of lifestyle you want to live, but you have to make sure you're able to take care of everyone. But it's a thing where you can't put people in a trick bag. That's where it gets like we're still keeping this karmic cycle going within the family. You can't tell people that they're going to be the one and only, and that that's not something that you're able to do. You have to be open and honest with all parties involved that this is the type of lifestyle that you want, and this is the type of lifestyle that you want to live, so everyone could be upfront and know what they're getting involved in. And so there's no secret, there's no ambiguity, there's going to be no issues moving forward, because everyone knows what they're getting involved in. So, if you want, like, let's just say you're married now, and you may want to tell your spouse now that you want to have another relationship with someone. Or if you're dating someone and you want to tell them that, you want to have other relationships, you have to be honest and upfront. And you also have to be able to be okay with everyone's not going to want to do that. And if this is something that you really want to do, and this is the lifestyle that you want to lead, that you will find people that are agreeable with that. if that's something that you want, but everyone's not going to be on board with it. And you can't be selfish and put people into circumstances and situations that you know where you stand, but you know that they're not okay with that. So that's like the energy that I'm feeling for you, Pal 3, because this is something that's existed within your family. People being put in a trick bag into secret relationships, secret families, secret situations, and they felt it was very unjust and unfair and something that they didn't want to sign up for, but they were put into that situation unknowingly, and it was very hurtful, and they felt very betrayed, and they felt very stuck. Okay, people felt very much like they didn't have anywhere to go. You know, they relied and they depended on whatever the situation was, and they were stuck being in a secret family or a secret relationship that they didn't want to be in. And so for you to clear that, it's about being open and honest. And maybe you don't want that lifestyle. Maybe you don't want the lifestyle of having multiple families and multiple relationships, but maybe you want to be in a relationship where sometimes you do, you know, you get to date someone else sometime, or you get to have sex with someone else. Maybe that's just what you want, but that's something you're going to have to be honest about. And you're also going to have to be honest about if you want a secret, dating situation sometime. Well, not a secret, but if you want to date someone else, being in a commitment situation, commitment relationship with someone, you have to also think about, what if someone gets pregnant or whatever the situation is. These are things that you will have to be honest with your partner about, okay? And when you do that, that's clearing that karma. This honesty, vulnerability, authenticity, being upfront from the beginning and not doing things in a secret way, betrayal, infidelity, hurting people more by being dishonest, being honest and open upfront. Okay, bullying. You know the answer. Where is the love? Misuse of spiritual power, the Bible said. Fatherly love. Sibling rivalry. Trigger alert. That is not your daddy. You are being watched. Motherly love. Wow, and I just saw 1111, and you guys have a lot of cards here. What else? Keep it in the family. Poison, it's the food. What happened in the bathroom? And that's what little boys do. Okay, so it's a lot here. So as we go deeper, we see here that there's an issue with abuse of power. That's also some family debt here, karmic debt. And I feel very strongly that, I feel very strongly with this abuse of power energy here. This is like, that's involving that secret family. That's involving like an abuse of power, feeling more powerful. Like basically you're like, okay, it's a lot of downloads I'm getting. Hold on. Basically it's like this. Like you feel the people who have done this in your family, putting people in these secret relationships or secret family situations or having multiple partners. It's like there's this energy of, well, I'm powerful, I'm this, I'm that, I can do what I want. It's kind of like that ego, an ego being out of control. I don't need to tell people what's going on. I can do what I want. I can move the way I want to move. I don't need to tell this person that I'm dating them and dating two other people. It's like that energy. So that's an out of control ego for some of you. And this is about, that's part of that karmic debt. Again, It's not the thing where you're dating multiple people or, in multiple relationships. It's about being honest with the people involved. Okay. That's how you clear it. If people know what they're getting themselves into and they know what's up, then there's, everyone knows what they're signing up for. It's free will. We could do what we want to do, but if people don't know, then that's when the secret and the lies and the karmic cycles continue, and the betrayal and all this other stuff, because there is this thing here of where is the love. This is what I was saying. There's been issues where people found out in your family that they were in a secret relationship, or the person that they were with was secretly married and secretly had a family, and then they had a secret family over here, and it was very hurtful. It was very triggering. It was very, it caused a lot of karmic debt, creating those situations without being honest with people and telling them the things up front. And maybe again, it was situations where back generations ago, it was difficult to be honest about these things because of, whatever was going on, right? Judgment and shame and all these other things. But now we live in a time where things are not as traditional. People can kind of do what they want to do and live the lifestyle that they want to live. So it's about being honest. There's also karmic debt here around. There's just something around like the fathers in the family. It's interesting. Motherly love and fatherly love both came up. I'm feeling like there's just this energy here of, I feel like there's just been this energy here of this. The adults in the family get too consumed with their own drama and their own lives. This is not for every adult in the family, but many adults in the family, have had issues with being very consumed with their own drama, their own relationship drama, or friends, or whatever was going on in their life, that they were not able to really devote that time and attention to the children and the family because of their own whatever was happening in their life. For many of you, I feel like it was like a lot of relationship drama. So that's also a lot of that karmic debt, because there's so much, and this is what I was saying about being honest with the people in your life and what type of lifestyle you want to live, okay? Because when you have all of this stuff going on, a lot of times the children are affected. They don't get the type of time and attention and love that they deserve because the adults are dealing with all of this drama, relationship drama, and somebody having a baby by somebody else and feeling betrayed, and, breakup, makeup, dealing with all of that. And so the children are suffering in the process, or the children, whatever is going on. Maybe they're not able to see one parent as much because this parent is with multiple partners, and it's things like that. And it's nothing wrong with the multiple partners thing, but it's about still giving the love and devotion to the children because they deserve it, and not getting consumed with all of the relationship drama where you're taking away from what the children need. There's also this energy of bullying within the family, and I feel like there's just like a lot of judgment. Okay, I feel like it's a lot of judgment of lifestyles, a lot of judgment of what people want to do. There's sibling rivalry going on, and I feel like the sibling rivalry is rooted because of these secret families. Okay, there's that energy there of, it's something with the secret family here and the sibling rivalries. Feeling like, I don't know, I'm hearing some of you, like maybe it was a thing like, oh, like let's just say if your dad had another family and your dad left you and your family for their other family, feeling like, you and your family wasn't good enough and that's why dad left. Like it's kind of like that energy. Well, if my family was good enough, our dad would be here. The dad wouldn't be with the other family. I'm getting that type energy. I'm feeling like it's a lot of secrets here that's been within the family, because we have this keep it within the family or keep it in the family. Like, let's not talk about these secret families. Let's not talk about these secret kids. For some of you, this is just a side note. You are being watched. Someone is watching you very closely. This could also be an angelic frequency for some of you, like a past known loved one, but I'm also feeling like some of you are being watched, like within your career, or like your people who you work with are watching you very closely. They're watching your moves, they're watching the type of things that you're doing very closely. For some of you also, you need to reevaluate the type of food that you're eating, because the food is not, maybe you need to be eating healthier, or something here with the food. The food is not healthy, it's poisoning you, or just not, just moderation, balance and moderation. Make sure you're eating healthy as well. Okay. And also, yeah, so clearing this family debt, clearing your debt, when you do that, like if it's multiple families here, this is about everyone being a cohesive unit. This is what I was saying before. Like, let's just say if you had a family with someone else, you had like 2 or 3 children with, 2, 3 women or something like that, right? This is about bringing everyone together. This is about no separation. Everyone comes together. The children know each other. The children that you have with someone else and someone else, they all know each other. So they don't feel like if they see, dad or mom with these other people, that they don't love us, that they don't have time for us. They have time for that child or that child from that family, but they don't have time for us. This is about everybody being on the same page and coming together so you can clear that energy. Because in the past, there have been secret families, but 1 or 2 families were always neglected. If dad started another family with someone else, dad neglected the family that, he left. And then if he went on to start another family again, that family got neglected too. Okay, almost like they didn't even matter. They weren't, a factor anymore. It's almost like they didn't even exist anymore. So that's the energy that I'm getting. And it's about no more secrets with that. Everyone knowing what's up. Everybody knows this is the deal, and everyone coming together. That's how you clear and heal it. Okay, so let's get your oracles. Balance yourself. Take time out. Shine brightly. Wow. Stand out, be proud, individuality. And then we have soul loss. Spiritual journey. And the ancients. Okay, I am unapologetically me. I am God's child. Wealth follows me. I feel like that came out in another pile. And then I love my body. So some of you are not you feel disconnected from your body, or you're having body issues, or you're not you're working through your body image issues, feeling more comfortable within your body. So repeat this affirmation that you love your body, and look at yourself in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror naked, and really love on yourself and love your body. Tell yourself what you love about your body. Really admire your body. Look in the mirror and say, you love your stomach, you love your arms, you love your legs. Really do that to help build that self-esteem and for you to really love and accept your body. Okay? Wealth follows you. So you have money coming in. You have abundance coming in. For some of you, you have a child coming in. I don't know. When I saw this, I thought of a son. You may be having a son. Okay? That's not for everyone. And if you are going to have a son, the son is going to be extremely gifted. You may be having a son this year. And his son is going to be very, very, very gifted, okay? But many of you are connected to, your ancient ancestors, the deities, your ancestors. You have indigenous ancestors here. You have spirit animal totems here as well. You're very connected, and you're being asked to connect deeper. But some of you have a son. I just have to say it again. I don't know. You have a son coming in. A son is coming. Maybe you have a son. But I don't think, for some of you, even if you have a son coming in. You may have a boy spirit baby, and this spirit baby is like hanging over you in your aura, like circling very close to you. Like this, the sun wants to drop. Okay, I'm hearing this year, so maybe someone needed to hear that. Okay, but right now you're being asked to shine brightly, be proud of who you are, stand out, be an individual. You're not like anyone else. Be proud of your individuality, your uniqueness. You're being asked to take time off, take time to recharge, to rest yourself, to get more sleep, take a few days off, maybe travel somewhere, go near some water, go to the spa, get in some water, connect deeply. Some of you may be mourning a death, or your souls. It could be a connection, romantic connection, friendship, career, something like that. But anyway, you may be in a mourning phase right now. You may be mourning something. Maybe it's the old you. Okay, you're letting these things go so you can transform. So give yourself a good cry. Let yourself cry. Feel those emotions and release it. Right now, you are deeply connected on your spiritual journey. Many of you are in spiritual alignment, or you're getting close to being in spiritual alignment, but you are being asked to keep a balance, to know where you're going, have a clear direction, and stay balanced. Balance your emotions, balance your feelings. Get grounded, stay grounded and rooted in your journey, in alignment of who you are. Be unapologetically yourself and love yourself throughout every process. So I really hope that helps, Pal 3. Thank you so much for being here. I'm sending you so much love. I know that this was not an easy message, but if no one told you that they love you today, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Please like the video, comment below. Let me know if this resonated. Share the video. Subscribe to the Capital LOVE Tribe. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next reading.